Hi, guys, and a big congrats on the Relentless One. It's an unflinching look at survival, and I love it.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Manny. It's amazing to talk to you. You're a legend in the movie business, so it's really fun. I'm sure, speaking on behalf of Kathleen and I, we can't even thank you enough for letting us be part of you and your NBC family and the internets as well. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome, Mr. M. Douglas. But let's begin though with Miss Kathleen, because this is your story from your dark childhood to your success as an adult. So what was your intent in documenting your story?
Well, I think I've been through some hard times, as have many people. And I really feel like sharing, coming from those hard times, that I don't identify with them. They're not who I am. They're actually something that powered my future. And I think I've seen it help people. I mean, I've been getting messages and people reaching out. And to me, that's really important. I think if other people see you can move past it, then it's worthwhile to share all of those things.
So give us a genesis. So how did it happen? Did you contact M. Douglas to direct it, or did M. Douglas reach out to you?
Oh, no. She didn't pay for this. I was interested in her story. Some mutual friends said, "Oh, I saw that last movie you did. Do you know about this woman, Kathleen, in Toronto?" I was like, "No." And so I actually just pinged her and said, "Will you have a conversation with me?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "I want to share this movie with you." She really liked my last movie. And I said, "I heard you have a story similar." And she's like, "Well, actually, I'm about to release a book about that. And okay, but how much time is it going to take me?" And of course, because of COVID, it took a couple of years. But no, I just happened to find her story and was like, wow, this is incredible. So inspiring. I hope she'll let me do it.
Oh, now, Miss Kathleen, to our viewers, tell our viewers a little gist of your story that M. Douglas was very interested in documenting.
Well, I think it's kind of probably like a cat 9 lives, right? I mean, when I was young, I had a very turbulent upbringing. I didn't feel safe at home. I didn't have a lot of consistency. You know, I left home very, very young, and I was being kicked out quite often. And there was domestic abuse at home. And there was just so many things that happened that really kind of just pushed me to have to kind of stand and find where my power is. So I say I'm thankful, you know, for all of the adversity. But I think M was probably intrigued by how many things have happened to try to push me down in my life.
I'm sorry to laugh at your tragedy, but the whole point of the story is it's a triumph over tragedy thing. And yeah, I mean, as people, when they see the movie, they'll be like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." Like, how does she keep doing? She's like, to me, she's like the Terminator, you know, she gets shot at, knocked down, and she keeps getting up and keeps getting up. So like, that's amazing to me. That's why it was such a, you know, a great story to be able to do a film about.
Oh, now, M, how did you ensure that you're telling Kathleen's story the best way possible, an homage to her life, really?
Well, first of all, I had many discussions with her before I ever went to Toronto. And even in the visually challenging, emotionally devastating recreations of some of the stuff she went through, I actually went through all of the interviews, listened to all the people, and I used the exact dialogue of how each individual said it. The witnesses said it, Kathleen's family member said it, Kathleen said it, to make sure that I was absolutely as accurate as possible without actually being there, you know, 25 years ago.
Kathleen, it's kind of ironic. I find it ironic that you said that real estate saved your life, but you were homeless once upon a time. You know what I mean? It's kind of intriguing. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's cool. It's awesome. Tell us more about that.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's an accident that, you know, now I help people and, you know, entrepreneurs, but I also work a lot in the real estate industry. And I mean, I help other people find homes and safety and security. And I really don't think it's an accident. I think it is kind of quite ironic, but they always say, you know, your power, your gifts come out of your pain if you're willing to face them with truth and honesty. And I think there's a lot of power in that, in you know, not having shame or stories or feeling like what happened to us in the past holds us back. I think it can power us forward.
You know, and in order for you to move forward, you have to do a lot of forgiving as well. Have you done all of those?
I've done a lot of healing work. I think I've probably spent probably the last 15 to 20 years doing healing work. You know, I do yoga, but I also have pranic healing, and I have 10 different certifications. And I think they were to help me so that I could also help the people I work with, but I had to help myself first. So there's been a lot of forgiveness and healing and meditation. Yeah, extensively. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Yeah.
How are you?
Manny, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, how are you and your mom now, Kathleen?
I mean, I've forgiven my mom, but I wouldn't say we were close. I left home at a very young age, and my father passed away within the first month of going to university. And I got there on my own. I lived on a cot in my friend's room for the final years of high school. So, I think I'm a very independent person today, and I have a respect for my mom and what she does. And she carved a path for women in the fire department. I mean, that wasn't easy, but we have a mutual respect and understanding, but you never get back some of those precious years when they're lost. And I think as parents, that's an important thing to know.
Oh, now, Mr. M, it's
Yeah.
having its world premiere on April 8th, right? But what does being included at Amdocs Film Festival mean to you?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. It's a really big deal for me as a filmmaker. First of all, there's very few film festivals in the world that are Academy Award qualifiers. There's even fewer that are documentary only. And what happens here is you can go to one of the other 10,000 accredited festivals and get lost. Here's a place, if you're lucky enough to get in with the thousands and thousands of submissions to get into this, you're part of a very special community. Palm Springs has always been passionate about the arts. And I just think being in this, having our world premiere at Amdocs is remarkable. It's quite an honor. And I'm thrilled both for the film and for us and the other filmmakers, because you never know, if we win here, you might see us with a gold statue in another year or so. And hopefully, but it means a lot. There is one thing I wanted to share with you and the audience, which is one of the things that attracted me to Kathleen and her story is that most people you meet in life, they have some tragedy, they have some difficulty, and they seem to be sort of stuck in that story. You know what I mean? And the thing that attracted me to her is she's not. She just mentioned all the certifications she has, all the work she's been doing for 15 or 20, 25 years, whatever. And that's remarkable to me, because she's not like stuck in victim mode or in boo-hoo, what happened to me. She's saying, and that's, I think, why she allowed me to do this film, is to say, okay, Em, you want to show all the warts and all? Okay, it's a little uncomfortable, but okay, I'm not afraid, because I've done the work. And now I use, as she said in the movie and earlier, her past pain is her superpower. Like, that's how she goes, okay, that's what it was. Here's where I am now. Let me help be an example to others who are here, and push them and lift them and elevate them forward. So I just kind of see her as like being an example of someone who isn't a victim, but rather is an inspiration. And that's what I hope people will feel and see when they come to see The Relentless One.
That's right. And Miss Kathleen or Katie, do you agree with Em about that? Like, what do you hope for viewers to get after watching your story?
Absolutely, I agree. I think I made a commitment to myself when I wrote the book that I'd give all my stories away. It was like, either be honest or don't do it. And I think it's freeing. Like, we can decide who we're going to be. And, we might go through certain things, but they don't define us. We define us. And I think that's really empowering for people. And I want them to feel that. And I want them to experience it. It's really important to me and my work that I do, even outside of the film. So yeah, I agree completely.
Oh, that's why I love you. I love you guys. And also, real quick, by the way, I'm not gonna let you go without hearing that infectious laughter that your best friend was talking about.
I think I programmed it out. I was so young.
Well, that means, you know what that means? They got to come see the movie to see the laughter and the love and the warts and all. And hey, Manny, I just wanted to say one thing. For the audiences watching at home, I actually set aside, when we had the good fortune knowing we were going to speak to you, I set aside 25 tickets. So if anybody wants to come see this later today, you can go to the box office, say Manny the movie guy sent me. For the first 25 people, it'll be free of charge, and come say hi to Em and to Kathleen, and it'll be an honor to have you and have you as our guest. So just say Manny the movie guy sent me, and you got a free ticket.
Oh, yay. And you guys are both going to be here Friday?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to look fancy. Oh yeah, come on.
And what time will that be?
The screening is, so they're in film festivals. They do it in a block.
Yeah.
So they open the doors at 4:30, and there's going to be 4 other really cool documentaries before us, and then we're the featured, we're the headliner, if you will.
Yeah.
And I think ours is going to start at about 5:30.
About 5:30. Now, will there be a Q&A with you guys there?
Usually there is, and I imagine people are going to want to ask both of us a lot of questions.
That's right. So once again, though, do you guys have anything to add? Do you have anything to add, Miss Kathleen?
No, I don't think so. Come out and see the movie. We'd love to meet you and see you there. And thanks so much, Manny, for having us on here. We really appreciate it. I was so excited to meet you and talk with you.
Oh, I am too. So, so excited to see after watching that. I'm like, wow, her story is unbelievable. So once again, thank you so much for sharing that to the world. And a big congrats on the Relentless One again. Once again, it's having its world premiere Friday tonight at 5. Be there at 4 p.m. at the Camelot Theaters for the Amdocs Film Festival. So good congratulations, you guys.
Thank you. And free tickets if you say Manny the movie guy sent me.
That's right. Well, good luck on everything, okay, for both of you.
Thank you.